Did you know your own yard has the potential to be your home's major source of energy? You could be heating and cooling your house with one piece of equipment while saving 30 to 60% on your monthly energy bills. I'm talking about a geothermal system where we use the constant temperature 250 feet below us in the earth for half of this home's energy needs. Steve Lawton installed this geothermal system on this home. And Steve, how do you actually get it down 250 feet below us?
What we use is a water well rig like we use to drill water wells for homes. We drill a hole about 6 inches in diameter, 250 foot deep, drop our pipe in the ground, backfill with bentonite, and then we put water inside this pipe where it's a closed loop circulating water.
So we've actually got this pipe right below us, 250 feet deep, with water going through it and then into the house to heat and cool it?
Yes.
The water-filled pipe doesn't have to go 250 feet underground. It only has to run below the frost line to tap into the constant temperature of the earth. The ground underneath a typical suburban home contains a vast reservoir of low-temperature thermal energy. The temperature below the frost line varies from 42 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the season. The geothermal system works by extracting stored energy from the ground and delivering it into your home. Now on this one, you put a vertical loop out in the yard that goes down 250 feet, but there are two other types of loops as well, right?
Yes. In this part of the country, what we do is typically vertical loops because we hit a lot of shale rock, fairly shallow. But in other parts of the country, we might have soil that's easy to dig up to 6 foot deep. In that instance, we'll use horizontal loop using a backhoe to dig our trenches. Or in some parts of the country where we've got ponds that have water in it year round, then we'll sink pond loops out in the lake.
A geothermal heating and cooling system can be installed in a new house or an existing house. The system has three major components: geothermal unit, which condenses the heat, the distribution system, which channels the heated or cooled air throughout the house, and the plastic pipe that runs underground. Here's how a geothermal system works. Plastic pipes are put into the earth below the frost line, and water is circulated through the piping. In cold weather, the water absorbs the heat in the earth and carries it to the geothermal unit. The system extracts the heat from the water and delivers it to your home. In hot weather, the process is simply reversed. The water carries excess heat from your house into the earth. The earth absorbs the heat from the water and returns cool water to your house, resulting in cool air. Well, even with the geothermal unit, they're going to send us a utility bill every month. How much can we expect to save?
Michael, on a typical 2,400 square foot home with a normal air conditioning system, we can anticipate somewhere around a $2,400 to $2,500 a year utility bill. On that same home with a geothermal system, we can anticipate somewhere around a $900 per year utility bill.
So we're saving over 60% on our utility bills every year?
That's right.
With the geothermal?
Yeah.
How about as far as cost? What can we expect to pay for something like this?
Geothermal system, as a rule, runs about 3 times the cost of a normal system you would get in your home. In a 2,400 square foot home, using a 4-ton system, around $16,000 for geothermal.
The piping itself will last as long or longer than the house. The heat pump equipment has a life expectancy of 20 years, and since it doesn't burn oil or gas, there are no exhaust fumes to worry about. Well, besides saving money on our utility bills for a lifetime, you've also hooked the geothermal system up to our hot water heater over here?
Yes, we have. The geothermal system has the ability to capture the hot water that we're trying to send back into the earth and send it through the water heaters. We're able to generate free hot water for the home.
So we don't have to pay the utility company to heat our water anymore?
That's right. Most of the time we're able to generate the hot water for the home, and sometimes we can generate 100% of the hot water needs.
I like that. Save money on the heating and air, and then save money on the hot water as well.
That's right.
And then back here you've got a real next generation look where you've zoned all the heating and air in this house?
Yes, what we're able to do, instead of having just one air conditioner and one thermostat, we're able to divide our systems up into multi-thermostats with one system, acting like this, in this particular case, 4 separate systems.
I like that. Instead of running through the house, they're also all labeled. So, you know, the media room, the front foyer bar, the formal dining. I normally just holler at my wife, is it cooler yet?
That's right. This is also able to tie into some of the other various manufacturers that make home automation systems.
And this way, every single room is set on its own temperature, and it's not just one temperature for the whole house.
That's right. We're able to heat and cool the home as we want rather than everything or nothing.